Module 9, Managing Change Successfully, the story. In this module I'm going to talk about managing change successfully. It's a subject that seldom gets enough time in planning or attention. This often means a good positive change can have the opposite effect, causing short-term disruption and confusion. I have an example of how this once showed up for me. In an office I used to work in, I moved a water cooler one morning from beside my office to beside a small kitchenette. I did this because it made sense to me. I wasn't sure why it had originally been positioned where it was, so I moved it to where I thought it should be. Then to my surprise, the fun started. 3 or 4 people expressed an interest and opinion on why I had moved the water cooler. The first person came in at speed one morning and said, "Steve, someone's stolen the water cooler." I said, "No, they haven't. I moved it this morning." So I stepped out of the office and said, "It's there, look. It's only 20 yards away from where it was." "Ah, okay, thanks, Steve." Then the next person showed up and said, "So Steve, I see you want to keep the riffraff at one end of the office now. We're not allowed up to your end of the office, are we?" I replied, "What are you talking about?" The guy replied, "I see you moved the water cooler." "Ah, yes, I see what you're talking about now. I just thought it was more convenient for it to be beside the kitchen." Then the next person came and said, "So Steve, I see you're having secret communications now, are you?" "What?" I said. "That's why you've moved the water cooler, so that we can't listen in when we're having a drink of water." I replied, "So you used to listen in when you're having a drink of water?" "That's not the point, Steve. Stay focused on my question." This small event helped me really understand that any action that I take, no matter how small or appropriate I think it is, will cause intrigue and confusion unless I take time to manage the change. Here are 5 areas that people and me use to manage change successfully. Set a clear objective. Create a plan for success. Make sure there's enough resource to support the plan. Communicate well and loudly and hold regular check-ins to see how the change is working. The first area is to set a clear objective. Make sure you are very clear on why the objective is needed. What will it bring and what will success look like? This will make it easier for you to describe it to other people. Then use the objective as a headline to refer back to, such as, "We are making this change in order to be more efficient, to help grow the business, to help some of the busiest departments be less busy." The second area is create a plan for success. A great way to create a successful plan is to co-create it with people who will be involved in the actual change. They are likely to be subject matter experts and will help you create a strong plan because they have vested interests in it. Co-creating the plan also makes it easier to work out some of the issues that may come up ahead of the change, instead of having to react to them during the process. The third area in managing change successfully is to plan an appropriate amount of resource. This is one of the trickier ones to manage, and often does not get the time and attention needed. So you go to a busy team in a busy business and you say, "Now we need you to implement a change in our business, and you guys need to do it." As they may be already a bit stressed, this is not good news, so they're likely to react badly to accept the extra work, having no idea how to fit it in. Working out how much work there is to do and planning the right level of resource is fundamental in managing a change well. The fourth area is communicating the change loudly. Make sure everyone knows what the change is about, what it will bring to the business and why it's necessary. It's not enough to send an email or for just the senior leaders in the business to know it. It is far better to communicate the change to everyone in the business and deal with any confusion or questions before the change gets going. The fifth area I'm going to talk about is holding regular check-ins. Once the change has started, make sure that you're checking in often and communicating the progress being made. It actually doesn't matter how well the change is going. It is better to keep everyone updated on progress. If during a check-in you can see that an area is lagging behind or causing more disruption than planned for, be flexible enough to tweak the plan and keep the momentum up. So in summary, there are 5 areas that help people to manage change successfully. Set a clear objective, letting people know what success looks like. Co-creating a plan for success involving the wider team. Make sure there's enough resource to fully support the plan. Communicate well and loudly so everyone knows about the change. Hold regular check-ins to see how the change is working, and don't be afraid to adjust the plan as often as needed to get the result you're looking for.